Hello and welcome to the program. I'm Teniola Shobowale. Today is Good Friday and Christians across the world are commemorating the crucifixion of Jesus Christ and his death at Calvary. The day is observed during the Holy Week on the Friday preceding Easter Sunday, which also coincides with the Jewish ceremony of Passover. In some countries, Good Friday is referred to as Mourning Friday, while in Greece, Poland and Hungary, Good Friday is generally referred to as Great Friday. In Nigeria, the federal government declared today Friday, April the 19th and Monday, April the 22nd as public holidays for Christians to commemorate the death of Christ. Some Christians, especially those of the Catholic faith, hold services to commemorate the day, while some walk on major streets to reflect on the passing of Jesus Christ. Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari has reassured Nigerians that his administration will adequately equip and motivate the armed forces and other law enforcement agencies to successfully confront security challenges facing the country. This pledge is contained in his Easter message to Nigerians, in which he vows that he will not allow merchants of evil and death to overwhelm the nation. President Buhari notes that the festival commemorating the resurrection of Jesus Christ is also a time to emulate the virtues of love, sacrifice, forgiveness, humility, courage and endurance which Christ embodied. According to the president, quote, "Our nation is currently gripped with gloom over unfortunate killings, kidnapping and violence, as seen in the recent tragic incidents in some states of the Federation. This should not be," end of quote. He affirms that under his watch, the nation will triumph over terrorists, bandits, kidnappers and the like. The president also wishes Christians in Nigeria and around the world celebrating the resurrection of Jesus Christ a happy Easter. Now, it is a sad day in South Africa where at least 13 people have died and many were injured when a wall collapsed at the start of an Easter service at a Pentecostal church. Emergency services say that 29 people were rushed to hospital after the collapse in the coastal province of KwaZulu-Natal. The wall at the front of the Pentecostal Holiness Church collapsed at the start of what had been planned as a weekend-long service to commemorate the Christian Festival of Easter. Our South Africa Bureau Chief, Betty Dibia, joins us live on the program to tell us more about this tragic story. Betty, do we know what caused the wall at the church to collapse?
Well, from the paramedics that visited the scene and the eyewitnesses, heavy rains battered most of different parts of the country yesterday, and KwaZulu-Natal in particular, not just Empangeni, where the church is. There are other places around Durban where incidents were recorded. But in that particular case, we understand from the police that the people were sleeping, I think, during or after the Passover service. Most churches, it's usually a huge gathering during the Easter. And it's taken quite seriously here in South Africa. So they were sleeping, and this happened about 10 p.m. when the part of the wall collapsed. From the paramedics, we understand most of them were young people, the youngest of which was about 11 years old. 13 died, unfortunately, and 16, as at the last count, were in hospital. 6 seriously injured and 10 with minor injuries. It's quite unfortunate, but that's where we are. Apart from that, we've recorded a lot of road incidents as well, accidents where many people died. In Limpopo, we have about 10 people, and some other parts of the country. So it's we have campaigns all the time about safety on the roads, safety in different gathering places as well.